see how he got through sector 3. That was a
chemical path as well, 1 minute 40.0. Qualifying compounds in these temperatures, potentially they can push for a third lap, but as we know from previous rounds in the heat, about 2 laps is where it's at its optimum grip.
Yeah, so this is really
the case for riders like Helmi and Azroy. They love to spin that rear tire up, so maybe the qualifying compound just grips up a bit too much for their liking. For other riders it might work well, but they cut through there.
Yeah, so that lap won't count. In fact, he might even, though he's coming back onto the circuit. Wasn't sure whether he'd go left or right there and come into pit lane. But he keeps himself out of the way. Veda again, having a little fight with that CBR 600 RR.
You know, the thing with Veda,
further down the order than we would have expected. His best time yesterday was mid-139s at an answer, and now he's so far 8.6 was good enough early in the session on qualifiers to take.
Now for the Super Sport 600 race 1, and we have cooling temperatures. Young, very interesting rider, definitely a big favorite in this class. How has it been so far?
Yeah, thank you. I'm really happy. I just do my best in qualifying. Another can do in race, but I will do my best in race also. Thank you. It's more heavy and also more fast. I must more focus also.
Thank you so much, Veda. Good luck. Back to you, Desenberry.
It's members and the names and other teams. We start at the front. Hidemetsu Bunchu Honda 1-2. Helmi Asman, Azroy
and Kiakisak Singapore.
Wayne Nugroho will be on the third row. Yamaha Sport 600. 12 riders on the grid. 12 bikes ready to go, go, go. And we are underway. There's a wheelie from Azroy Hakim Anwar, and that's a fast start from behind by Tanat. And Tanat has made a great start. It's going to get yourself off. 24 is Apiwat Wangtananon, who's got himself into the lead. Maybe it was Apiwat who made that flying start, and Tanat just behind him on the second Yamaha. He's made a big start as well.
Yeah, Wayu Nugroho was impressive yesterday.
And Reza Danik.
And the question is, you got Apiwat at the front, Helmi behind him, Azroy behind him. Can the...
He's also made himself a decent time. We're on board with Tanat Longfield, bike number 31, but it's Apiwat, the king of Chang International Circuit. They put in performances as best as they possibly can, but they're up against some genuinely big teams.
Yeah, and also hats off to Sharjin Tong. He's making progress. He's a lot quicker than he was here in December, and he's been making progress all the way through the sessions so far this weekend. Wayne Nugroho coming up the inside of Veda Egga.
Nugroho on Yamaha. They took a 1-2. Here they are 1-4.
Yeah, not a bad day at all for Yamaha. Yamaha, a big present sponsor here at Chang International Circuit as well.
They should, of course, separate the two. His best to try to hang on behind them. He's got Adelanto Putra and Reza Danica Arons from the Astra Honda racing team. Apiwat leads, as he has on every lap so far. Got off to that flying.
Azroy just a few bike lengths behind, and I'm looking at Wayu Nugroho because he looks quite comfortable in that P4, and he's going to try and get a tow from Azroy.
Perhaps finding the pace a little. That is Azroy, who doesn't worry about what's going on behind him. And look at that, Wayu Nugroho has actually lost one. Nearly 2 places, and coming through is Adanantra Putra. Remember, Adanantra started down in P11. Wondered whether or not that was just bad luck. It certainly looks that way. His bike looks to be performing much better now.
This group.
So a race, assuming nothing goes wrong for P1. Still plenty of time to go, though. There's still 7
arm and shoulder muscles developing nicely.
Get a workout every time he goes onto the bike. Here is Adelanto Putra, Wayu Nugroho behind him. Veda Egga Pratama, the diminutive number 54 again, struggles to hold it round.
Yeah, and Apiwat won't want to use up too much of his tyres. track temperature around 50 degrees right now, which is at the top end of the perfect working temperature. But with the looking on, yeah.
Veda Egga, is that Tanat ahead of Reza Danica?
Yeah, Veda Egga and Tanat, I think it's Kiatisak, the third of those red bikes, and slap, shake of the head as well.
Damn, what am I doing? Stepping up from 250, I can cope with 250. He'll learn.
Yeah,
fabulous talent.
He's coping pretty well, in my view, with these 600s.
In the meantime, this is the battle for P3. Nugroho from Adelantra. Reza Danica comes in. Veda Egga still isn't too far behind. Katisak and Tanat. So this now becomes a race for 2 laps. Helmi needs to be aggressive and circumspect, and Reza Danica.
Hang of these 600s. Well, Nugroho's not finished, and nor is Adelantra, as the 3 Indonesians continue to battle.
And Helmi under pressure, Nugroho under pressure. This is important. The race leader will go into the final corner. Helmi looks like he's good for P2. P3 is going to be an absolute battle. Adelantra Pucho looks like to take P3. The winner, Apiwawang Tananam. Helmi Asman second. Third is Adelantra Pucho ahead of Wayu Nugroho. And Tanat, Reza Danica. The difference is 5,000 of a second between Adelantra Pucho.
Temporarily, between turn 3 and turn 4 on, I think it was lap 2 or 3, regained it and never looked back. And I think Helmi probably did his tyres trying to keep up, but that was a royal performance from Apiwat, who treats himself to another stand-up wheelie on the long straight down to turn 4. My guess would be no, but I always seem to go on this side, don't I? A racing incident, but that's how I read that, and that might be why I'm no longer an FIM official, Des.
I say nothing. Let's talk about Apiwawang Tananam, and also let's talk about Adelantra Pucho. He got himself into P3 unofficially, just ahead of Wayu Nugroho. Yeah, it looks like. Let's look at his team. Don't see another incident with Wayu Nugroho. Wayu had quite some race in the bike number 89.
Yeah, that was eventful for him. He is a promising talent on a bigger engine bike. There's Apiwat. He won't have surprised himself with that win, but he'll be no less delighted for it.
Our Technique Racing Team Asia, Helmi Asman from Idemitsu Bunchu Honda.